Hello, everyone, and welcome to Season of Agents, a virtual event dedicated to exploring the dynamic world of intelligent agents, automation, and the future of AI powered productivity. Today, I am joined by Dr. Umesh Pandit, sir, who is an advisor, solution architect at DXC Technology. Handing over the session to you, sir. You can carry on with your Season of Agents session.
Yep, thank you, Sudhanshu. So, hi, hello everyone. This is Umesh. And in case you want to follow me, you can follow me with the help of this QR code. Okay, in case after this session also you would like to ask any question during the session as well, you can ask the questions. In case you missed this session and you are watching the recording, I will be available online or offline to resolve your queries. Okay. Um, let's make this session very interactive. Okay, so you can ask the questions in the chat window. I will be reading those chat comments as well as the questions and try to get the answers to it. Okay. There is a lot of buzz around the AI. Okay, so let's understand the AI in the same series of the Microsoft Reskill, that how the AI is getting impacted your day-to-day life. Okay, so when you see the AI, the obviously the full form, everyone knows artificial intelligence, and the word which has been buzzing around. There are a few more updates on the AI that people might have heard about, is about the artificial intelligence, the generative AI. The generative AI, can AI, what is agent, what is AI, what is generative AI, and can the agents think? What is the role of reasoning within the AI? How does AI reasoning works around? So this is all the session all about. Okay, basically the AI was invented, to be very frank, that to actually make your practical or whatever task you do, try to reduce the work from the human, and try to get it done by the with the help of uh, the machine or the laptop or the desktop. Not just that, but it also has the robotic information. Robots can also be used to build up your take the input of the AI. Okay, within that, if you see, the whole idea of building the AI was to reduce the error. The primary goal of the AI is the reduce the error, simplify your work, okay, and free up your time, okay, so that you can actually focus on something which you really like. So people like me, I'm not using a lot of the AI, but uh, uh, I started doing it as and when I get the time. I keep my questions. I keep my So a lot of people contact me, talk about they talk about or they ask questions. So what I do, I take a note of it, okay, analyze it, and then try to write in my words, and then later on redraft it with the help of the AI. Okay, so what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to reduce my efforts, trying to reduce my error, and then once the time is free up, I do some exercise for my fitness. Okay, so that's how I take the AI ahead. Okay, so let's take this ahead with the help of your perspective. Do comment that how you're using AI, and what time when you are free you use it. Okay, so let's do the conversation, and keep on posting the questions. I will take up as and when I have the time to view it. Okay, moving to the next slide. Okay, so let's welcome and let's unlock what AI is all about. Okay, so basically, it's nothing to do with the programming languages, or maybe functional understanding or administrative. Basically, it's all about mindset. Okay, people nowadays think that AI coming in, they will eat up your job. So it's not like that. AI is basically transforming industries, workflows, and innovation. It is basically bringing life, bringing I would say bringing a lot of level one jobs. Also, it is making sure that you are ready, you are industry ready with the AI understanding. Okay, It is to basically adapt and growth mindset, and you can actually embrace the AI tool, adapt new technologies, and lead with the confidence. It is not that you may lose job, but it will enhance. It will create a lot of jobs around it. Okay, you can empower your own journey. You can use a lot of practical use cases, do experiment on the AI, and you can also do a lot of research over the AI to build up your application. To build maybe you take any public issue and then try to build up your model around it, or maybe build up your solution around it. Okay, so let's begin our transformation from this session. So let's see if we can have something related to day-to-day AI work, buddy. Okay, so if you see yourself how it is helping, how AI is helping in your day-to-day life. Okay, so it could be, let's suppose some of you might be ordering food from a leading app. Okay, might be your network provider would like to like you want to contact the network provider for your network error. Okay, so what is happening nowadays is, since the world is changing very changing very fast, and what's the buzz around it is that first level of the interaction you will do with the bot. Now with the bot, what happens is you look for any contact, uh, contacting the customer care, okay, of the food ordering application, or it could be the cab ordering app, or it could be your own startup. You would not like to have someone who is interacting with the human. Okay, you can build up the list of the questions pre-built and the answers. Okay, question and answers basically. So you build up a bot for the question answer session, and once you think at a point where the sentiments are not read correctly, or the sentiments are saying that okay, this has to be transferred to the human, okay, so that your issue can be resolved. Okay, so until at least probably for, you can hold the customer for next maybe 30 seconds or 40 seconds or 1 minute. And once the bot understand the question that it is not resolved by them, probably it is still learning, the model is still not matured. What it can do, it can transfer to a real human customer care service. Could be his experience. He or she is more experienced than the AI, which is not able to understand what language or what it is trying to give you, or the customer is facing the issue. Maybe it is not trying to understand. Okay, so when we talk about the question answers, it will have the pre-built questions, and to similar questions, what could be the similar answer. So let's suppose you are putting hi, so it will say hi, and will ask you what is your name. If it has been logged in into the app with your name, it will ask you with your hi Umesh, something like that, or maybe hi Shudanshu, something, your name. Okay, so that's the AI at work. You can create your own buddy. Probably if you see automatic replies, something kind of a automatic reply. It is, though it is not interactive, but I will consider this as an auto reply, as a first form of automation onto your emails. Okay, the AI can also fit in your workflow. Okay, it can simplify the task, and also it will help you to work more smarter. Okay, obviously not harder, but it will try to make you more simpler. So let's talk about the workflows. Okay, so let's suppose you are using an application. There is a purchase acquisition into the system. Okay, now based on the purchase acquisition into the system, and if you have already set an approval that anything coming less than $10, okay, anything a, a internal employee want to purchase from less than $10 will be automatically approved, or it is auto approved. Maybe $10, $50 may be equivalent to your 2,500 rupees in India rupees. So you can just have that workflow set up. Okay, so again, you can automate with the help of the AI. You can put up a lot of logics around it, and then you can set up more like if and but. Like let's suppose it is looking for employees looking for, let's suppose, pencils or maybe stationaries like your notebook, notepad, and whatnot. Okay, it could be much more lesser. It could be much more lesser than what is the approval limit you have set. So it may ask you one more level of question that, okay, what is the cost of that particular notepad? Or what is the quotation you have got it from the vendor? Something like that. You can add up more lot of workflows around it. Okay, let's go forward. Um, let's rephrase our understanding on the AI. Okay, so what AI is? So at its core, AI is basically designed to assist and amplify the human productivity. Nowadays, if you see in the recent area, we see a lot of buzz around the generative AI. So what do you mean by generative AI? Okay, so generative AI is basically a typical type of a artificial intelligence which has been focused, and it has been created in a way that it will provide you the uh, output. Okay, maybe it is creating a new and unique content based on the input you provide. That's the generative AI. So based on what has been asked as a prompt, and then it will give you the unique content. Okay, so let's break it down. Let's break it down and make it simpler. So let's break it down into three factors. One is the generative AI is powered by the large language model, which is the LLM. Okay, so first one, if you see the screen, first one is basically powered by the LLMs. Okay, then we have the works through the prompting. Okay, so it works with the help of the prompting. And third one is basically it creates the new content. So it can create a text, it can create an image, it can create the GIF, or many more based on the output. It can create PPTs, Word, Excel, and whatnot. Okay, so uh, we have seen that there are three major factors which we have broken. People need to understand about the LLM as well. So these are basically the AI models, which is basically based on that you actually, based on the data, massive data around the background, you actually train the data, understand, and then it will create a human like language. Okay. um, then there is a art of prompting. Okay, so you need to be very sure, very precise what you are asking. Okay, so if you are looking for um, a image which is like, let's suppose you are looking for an image where you have water, you have your seat, and you're working from that particular location. Okay, so if you make it very precisely, then it is good. If you make it more lengthy, probably the model may not understand, and could be based on different prompts, it can generate a new content around it. Okay, so it depends upon your prompt, what prompt or what input you are providing. Okay, so you provide basically over here in the second point, we will understand that it will basically provides the input like a question or a request, and it generates a responsive response based on that particular prompt. Okay, so that's the core understanding around it. Then similarly, you have the content, how the content has been created. Now, um, so one is the LLM, which you have not trained. It has been trained by the developers of that particular company. So let's suppose if you see nowadays you have Copilot laptops, Copilot button, or there is a automatic installed software on your system saying that Copilot. Now, Microsoft Copilot is an example of one of the AI powered productivity. Okay, and tools which is available for you. Okay, so what happens over here is in this particular third understanding, the third breakup which we have taken as a new content, it creates a new content. What does it do? The generative AI, it can create a new design, it can write in a way you want, it can summarize the whole content, it will generate the it can generate the images, it can also mimic the human creativity. Okay, so if you see um, um, in a way that the generative AI has been built, and the LLM has been trained, is massive. Okay, even let's suppose you want to analyze something. So let's suppose you have a book title. Okay, so let's suppose you have a book title of on India, maybe Australia. You are going to visit Australia. Now you want to look for maybe there is a book called Australians. Now on that, or Aussies, you don't need to read the complete book, okay, but you need to analyze it within seconds. So that can you put the URL of the book or content of the book, maybe partial, or you just paste the like you say summarize this particular book, or maybe you can put the public URL to that particular string, and it will analyze it and it will give you the summary around it. Okay, so that's how useful is your generative AI. Okay, so Microsoft Copilot is a very good example. It has been created, it has been built in large LLM based models, and it provides the productivity tool today for you to get the things done over there. Okay, so it's basically nothing but your intelligent assistant. Copilot nowadays is on every product of Microsoft. Okay, as for my knowledge, which I have seen over here. Um, Okay, we'll move on to the next point where we have the examples, live examples we will talk about. Okay, so let me forward the slide. Okay, so as an example, we have, let's suppose we want to draft a professional email. Okay, so it can draft a professional email within seconds. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to ask in a way in the productive generative AI. You go and look for the email maybe sending an email to your manager. Uh, you can't attend the office due to your sickness last week or fever from the last week. So you can simply write a message. Obviously, you can send as a text, but in case you want to write a full professional mail, probably you can draft it within seconds. Okay, after drafting a seconds, please make sure that you review the content. Okay, and then press on the send button. Okay, otherwise it could be a drastic thing. You never know. Okay, so if your prompt is wrong, the AI will not autocorrect it. It will send you the same set of the reply. Okay, so let's suppose you're drafting a professional email for taking a leave, you're not feeling well, and then while typing, you said draft an email that I am feeling well. You just missed not, and then see the email. Okay, so that's the reason I'm saying that you need to review the mail what you're typing. Okay, what basically the reply has been given by the AI, and then try to then send it. You can actually generate the high quality images for branding, marketing, and product design. Okay, so visual instances. If you see here, beer, I think it is yeah, uh, panda dancing. So if you can see the prompt, it has been created, and you can download it and use it elsewhere. Okay, then you can also translate and localize the content in minutes. Okay, so I recently met with the AI person named Abhishek Singh from Ministry of IT. Is in digital innovation from India. So he's an IT spokesperson within the government of India. So I saw an initiative over there where they are translating a lot of languages. Okay, so let's suppose I am speaking in English here in YouTube or maybe in your session. Now, somewhere far away in maybe in Karnataka, maybe Hyderabad, people are listening to me, but they are not understanding English. Okay, they want to get this converted lively into their local language. So it is possible with the help of this. Okay, so you can translate the content within the minutes. Okay, and it will make sure that your content is been reaching globally. Okay, so that is also possible. So you can get this content created in one language and then created, or it can be translated into different language as well. Okay, then we have you can create a automatic AI powered customer service agent, which was the first which I was discussing about, that you can actually create AI chatbots and virtual agents, which is improving the customer interaction and automotive repetitive task or inquiries. So let's suppose I want to see my balance in the account. Okay, and if I'm asking agents, it is very simple. Okay, so if let's suppose I put hi to my account customer service bot, So it will say, hi, Umesh Pandit. Then it will tell you that which account balance you want to know. If I have two accounts in the same bank, okay, which I have. Okay, so probably you may have only one account. So based on your account statement, based on your number, it will say, okay, do you wish to, how do I help you today? Balance of the amount of the account, or do you want to raise a complaint or some services, maybe credit card block or debit card block? So all these prompts can be created, generated, and then based on that you just press, and then things will be ready. You will get the reply within seconds. Okay, so that way you can build up your own very creative AI powered customer service agents. Okay, so these are the very few examples which is transferring the work. And you will just you can also you can create these agents from the scratch. Okay, even you can get these ideas from the Copilot. Okay, now moving to the next one. This talks about that why we would why AI now. Okay, so might be my slide is overlapping, but read this as functional business roles. Okay, the first one is basically, since the work is moving faster with the more data and communication, and it is having lot many pressures to make it productive. Learning and using the AI efficiently will increase your way, and it will continue to evolve your success. Okay, so first one is basically for knowledge workers. Basically, they can use the Copilot, help them to jumpstart the creative processes. Okay, similarly, functional business roles, you can reduce the administrative task over there. Let's suppose you want to get the sales report. Okay, and if you have your ERP system, within that ERP system, you have the agents or the Copilot, you can ask them and get your answers within seconds. Okay, similarly, profit loss, all those things can be done within seconds. You don't need to scratch your head or go to the lot of Excel sheet and then come back and say we are making profit. Okay, so that's the transformation you do. Okay, similarly, data and IT professionals can also spend around 75% less of their time researching on the researching on the information. So we as an engineer, we as a architects now, let's suppose I'm looking for a customer who has whose implementation was done 5 years ago, while I was not there 5 years ago in this organization, or that particular customer. Okay, and maybe they have set up some Azure blob storage, or maybe some storage has been created, SAS token was created. Okay, and I don't know what purpose it was, but customer is asking us that, hey, can you please let me know why this SAS token was created? And I am very new, I don't know what it is. How do I get these things to be resolved? Either I have a document set, either I have a document set and then read it around. Probably I take 3 days or 4 days and read around and then give the result to him. Or probably if my customer base is our internal database has been developed in a way that if I search my internal tool, SharePoint probably, and SharePoint is again having the Copilot, I can search for the customer and say why this SAS token was created for this particular project customer. Then I will get the result. Okay, maybe it is integration, maybe payment information. Okay, so I'm aware that okay, within seconds I will get the result. Okay, so that's how you can actually have a lot of uh, saving of your time. But nowadays you may not have that kind of search ability due to the fact that you have data breach or something like that. Probably it is being evolved, and it will be improving in next time. So let's wait and see how that can be achieved. Okay, there will be a lot of probably we can build up some agents over there. Okay, now since you know that AI is evolving very fast, if you see here, we can have the field service agent. Now, before I move ahead and explain you what field service agent AI will look like, probably I can give you an example that since you know that Microsoft is having Microsoft does not sell just only the operating system or the Copilot. We also have Microsoft Dynamics as a product, which is ERP. And then similarly, we have CRM systems like customer engagement, we have customer service, we have field service. So this is the field service agent. If you see my figure, if you see my slide over here, it talks about the field service agent. Now, field service agent is a way that let's suppose you have booked up a washing machine. Now you booked up a washing machine, it has been delivered. Now, after delivering or after getting delivered, you don't know how to start it. Probably it has been fitted, but the demo guy has not visited you. Now, if the call is still open, you can check about it. That what is the so at your end, you can obviously get that manuals and things delivered to your workplace. Maybe you can Google it around, and you will get some videos around how to you operate and all those things. But as an internal, we will have the internal virtual assistant which has been created. Probably it will help you having the troubleshooting steps, maybe installation support. Maybe if the customer is asking how to use it, they may have some documentation ready to share them, or maybe they have read it and they know how to start and how to use it. They will probably guide the customer on the same call, or could be next time when they visit, they will give you the all information. Okay, similarly, if the washing machine has to be fitted at a customer point, when a field agent is starting his work, okay, he's starting his car to go to the to particular customer, it will have the prompts. It will have the, okay, so do you have installation support? Do you need any support from any contractor, or do you need any video or link to be seen before you go and install it? Okay, because when you go and install, it has to be, you have to be trained on that particular. It could be a new washing machine which has been delivered by some guy, and you're going to fit them. Probably you're going for installation, so you may not know a lot of things. Okay, so if the field service agent has been trained and Copilot agent has been trained, with the help of that, you will have those kind of prompts. Probably you can have the site preparation. So site preparation means it will try to have the preparation of your delivery, or maybe your installation process. Maybe you need to have screws, this set of the screws, this set of the screws are not been sent to all the customers. Okay, might be customer has requested for certain height, okay, adjustments on the lower wheel, or maybe having some wheels to be fitted. So there could be a lot of requests when people purchase the product. Okay, so that could be the care. Then you have to look for this compliance and safety. Okay, so when you visit to the customer's place, what is the compliance and safety you should wear? You should have gloves, you should have the cap on your head, maybe helmet on the head, and probably your boots should be uh, electricity short proof and whatnot. It could be a lot of things which has been there, and you have to walk in with that kind of safety and security. Okay, making sense? So we'll move forward on this. Okay, so next we have our so this is the productivity meet your AI buddy. So this we have already seen that we can have the meeting and collaboration. We can understand about the live sentiments analysis. We can have the translation services. We can have the questions to be asked in the meeting. Maybe it will summarize your meeting. So let's suppose you have missed the meeting. You can have the recap of that particular meeting if you have installed the Copilot of on the Teams. Okay, so you can summarize it. Okay, if a video has already been recorded, you can download the recording, or probably put the URL into the Copilot and ask them to summarize it. Okay, or maybe look for meeting summary and notes. So this is something which is meeting and collaboration. Then we have content generation, where you can transfer your existing text into the another form, create a first draft, add more context to it, have the summarization of your log records, log text, summarize the deck content. You can do a lot of editing and tailoring, content formatting. You can have the exact next steps. Okay, extract the next steps. Personal productivity, it can author, you can coach on a new email. You can have the question answer sessions generative in AI. in chat. Basically, you can have suggestion replies to the threads. You can also summarize the notes. You can summarize the long threads. Basically, you can also create a to-do list. So there are a lot of AI buddies around you. You can do that. Now, important concept, the buzz in the market is what is agent. Okay. Now a lot of people are asking what is agent. We already have AI, then why do we need AI agent? Now the agents is basically an autonomous entity that observes is its environment, processes that information, and takes the action to the maximizing its chance to success or for the goal achievement. So that's how the AI agent has been built. Okay, now people think that AI, does AI um, can think of it, or what type of agents we have. Okay, obviously thinking of agents we will take it later on, but let's understand that what how many types we have in the AI agents. Okay, so AI agent is basically we have the simple reflex agent. This agent is basically react directly to the prescriptions with the predefined rules, if then rules. Okay, and then model based reflex agents we have, you can use the internal model for the world to make more informed decision. Then we have the goal based agent, so that will have the choosing of the action to help achieve the specific goal. So it could be a different way. Fourth one is basically utility based agents. So these agents are basically functions to evaluate and happiness and usefulness of that particular action. Similarly, learning agents, so you can improve the performance of over the time based on the past experience, and it will use the learning algorithms within that. Okay, so that's the type of the AI agents you have. And then uh, uh, can AI agent reason? So let's understand about this factor, that the how your AI agent have the reasoning capabilities. Okay, so AI agents can use different reasoning paradigms. Basically, it will try to have the symbolic reasoning, like use logics and rules. Example, having the expert systems. You can also sub symbolize reasoning. You can have the data driven neural network, so it will fetch the data from your lot of data which has been given to that particular training of the model, and then based on that the agent has been created. It will then give you the answers to it. It can also have the hybrid reasoning. What is hybrid reasoning? Hybrid reasoning is basically combined symbolic and sub symbolic, so both can be used. Okay, and then it will give you the answers to it. So it's something like neuro symbolic AI. Okay, then we deep dive what is symbolic AI. So symbolic AI is basically classic approach of using the rules and the logics. Okay, so it can have an expert systems like MyChin. So MyChin is an application. Please go check it, Google it. You will know what it is. What is the strength around it? It is having the transparency and sustainability for your rule-based domain. Okay, so I would say that something like let's suppose you are doing some research work. Okay, and you want to check whether that research work is already been processed by someone else or not, or maybe someone has done that patency or not. Means you're looking for information where that particular research work which has been already done by someone else or not. Okay, or maybe you're looking for the ambiguity of the data. So um, uh, yes, it can find you whether the patent is been created, or maybe your research work has been like having the same set of the information where you're looking for. It could be the limitations where it struggles with the ambiguity and learn from the data. So let's suppose I, being an Umesh Pandit, might be have written tons of data. Okay, tons of articles have written. Uh, Sometime I might have written in a way based on the situation that this particular feature is available, or this particular operating system is supporting this particular application. But future, maybe I have also written that, okay, this particular application is also supported by a newest application. And if you ask a question that hey, this has been supported or not. It might be a case that it is struggling with the ambiguity of the data, because data is not defined, and it may, based on the historical data, it will say come back and say only this is supported, this is not supported, something kind of this. Okay. Okay, going to next understanding about the subsymbolic understanding. The subsymbolic, let me forward my slide in this as well. So basically, it is a data driven using the ML, machine learning, and the deep learning. Examples could be neural networks for vision and language. So let's suppose I want to have some language translation, probably images enhancements or recognition that can be done. So it handles the unstructured data very well. That's the strength. What is the limitation? What is the limitation around this? So opaque decision process. So there is some limitations around it about the opaque processes. Okay. Then hybrid one is the more genuine one. I would say that it is combines the neural networks and symbolic AI logic. It mimics the human reasoning, fast intuitions, and slow logic, and promises for example explainable and robust AI. So that's the uh, reasoning behind the agents. Okay, so the agents are basically trained in a way that it will give you the human reasoning based on the data which has been supplied to you. Okay, so moving forward with the next slide, I think this one also got a little bit disturbed on the particular slide which I'm sharing. So there is a representation of the AI decision making, the loop. So basically, it sends, represents, and then it deliberates and then act. Okay, so the four blue circles which has been listed here. So first one is basically the sense. So it will sense the environment, then it will have the representation. So it will build the internal models. Okay, and then it will deliberate, it will choose the action, and then there will be an execution which will perform the actions around it. Okay, so this particular is basically what I'm trying to explain here is basically how the agent's decisions making loop is been created. So first in the loop is we have the sense, then we have represent, and then after represent we have the deliberation or deliberate, and then you act. Okay, so these are the very, very essential for rational and adaptive behavior. So these are the four components, which is actually the agent AI agent making decision, which it thinks and makes it in the loop. Okay, so I'm still looking for comments and private chat. In case you have any doubt, please ask. Definitely, I'm available for you to answer them. Let's make the session very, very interactive. Okay, we still have around 20 minutes left, so I will be moving ahead with the decision making framework. So uh, let me forward this slide. Okay, so what do you mean by decision making frameworks? So basically, it gives you the reinforcement learning, learn to the maximum rewards. It also gives you the planning and scheduling, sequence actions to achieve goals. There will be multi-agent success systems which will be used to coordinate amongst the multiple agent. So let's suppose you have prompted in a way that you're looking for some information, and that information could be sync. It could be very, very complex. Okay, it could be a mathematical problem which you want to resolve it. Maybe the model which has been trained publicly like Copilot or ChatGPT, they might have imported a lot of libraries in their machine learning and in their models. Okay, so it is, since it is a very large model, it can bring up the references and give you the learning around it, and it give you the maximum reward, maybe maximum answers to you based on the, because even even it might have a lot of data already, it is still learning as well. Okay, it is based on the data, based on the questions millions of people are using it and posting it is based on the data as well. It will keep on learning and give you the maximum answers to you. Okay, then we have the real world examples, like you see self-driven car. Okay, so what it will do, it will sense, it will detect the environment using the sensors. Okay, so it has sensors, it has cameras, um, it has models to process the data within seconds and then give you the answer. So it is, they are interacted, they are connected with the internet. So what it do, it detects the environment using the sensor. So it will have a lot of sensors around it, in the body, back, front, side, doors. It will have a lot of cameras around it, and then it will have the representation of the environment. Okay, so it will scan it and have the representation drawing of your dynamic world model, and it will identify the objects. Most of the objects, while you say the self-driven car, we put the object deductions and make sure that it is recognizing the object. So there is, if there is a small children's, will have the lot of data to put from low, maybe from some height to higher height, and then similarly human beings, the poles, the hydrant, the building, the glass, maybe flowers, the stem, branches, pole, the traffic lights. So we give a lot of data to get this trained. Okay, so it will have the dynamic building of the world models. Then durability, it will do the planning of the optimization. Save actions will be recorded. Red means red, you have to stop. Yellow means be ready to move ahead. Then you have the green signal, safer to go ahead, but if still someone comes in between the car, how it will deduct and do the braking of the automatically braking of the system. Then it has, so it will execute it with the help of the control, steering, brakes, and etc. Okay, so again, self-driving cars, I would say that they are safer, but there are a lot of research going on to make it more safer. There are incidents reported in I think various countries. So it is still in the progress. Okay, some of the governments in the US or maybe in European countries, they have approved it, but yeah, I still has to be make sure, we still need to make sure that these examples which we take are really safe for the environment, and I hope that it will be done in the coming future. Okay, similarly, I have taken example of the healthcare AI. So if you see the real world example, healthcare AI, the expert system example, the mycin is basically, it will it will, you upload the data based on the GP means your general practitioner. So let's suppose it has written some paper, and it has typed some of the medicine prescriptions to you. Based on your disease, it has given some diagnostic, or maybe it has you have the image of your body. Okay, diagnostic images you have, and doctor has already recommended something, but still you want to have a second decision with the healthcare AI. So you can scan the complete the film which you have been supplied by the radiologist. You upload it, and based on that, it will give you the correct diagnostic. So that way also it can be it can help the AI, it can help the healthcare efficiently, so that you actually get to know, you get the maximum benefit out of it. Okay, so first one, it will symbolize, it will have the expert, we have the expert systems like the mycin. Then you have the symbolic understanding, it will have the neutral net for image diagnostic, and then based on the decision and support, it will recommend treatments using the patient data. So patient data could be like obviously I told you, there will be image diagnostic, you have the report from the radiologist, then you put the what doctor has said, what GP has said in their list, and then upload all the history. Based on based on the parameters you have given, the healthcare AI, the application will give you the result around it. Okay, so next example which you have taken as a virtual agent, virtual assistant. So this one is basically, you all are aware of these virtual assistants. Basically, it will perceive, like you convert the speech to the text. So even if you have your own cell phone, if you see the Copilot which has been new, You can start talking to it, and it will keep on making notes of around it. Okay, so it will act as a personal assistance, virtual assistants basically. So you can convert the speech to the text. You can understand intent and the context around it. Um, you can choose. It can choose this action uh, and the responses. So let's suppose you want to set the alarm. Okay, so if your phone is well connected to the internet and your home devices, you can set the alarm. You can call for the cab, and you can lock the door even. Okay, so yeah, so voice to text can be converted, and it can be take that input to have the virtual assistants created. So based on the perceive, represent, and deliberation, it will execute or perform the task. So it can give you, it can reply you, or it will perform the action which you have asked for. Okay, so that's how the virtual assistants work. Okay, I'm looking at the comments, and I'm looking for some of your private chat. I will keep on answering them. Um, okay, um, uh, I think I would be good for having the examples which I have given. Okay, and what do we have next is basically talks about the small action which we can perform. So this the next slide which I have given is already we have explored. So we talked about the meeting collaboration, content generation, personal productivity. So this has been already been done. Okay, so if you have any question, you can talk about it. I see one question about the content generation for the first draft. So first draft means what you can do. So basically, um, see, what I do it first draft myself. Okay, and then I ask any tool to regenerate the draft or maybe enhance it. Okay, but over here you can still create your own draft. So let's suppose you are thinking about agents. Okay, and you're looking for answers to how agent can work in your real life. So the draft should come from you. Okay, idealist. But when you say AI Kickstarter, so then you can actually create the same content from your first draft from your Copilot or any other tool. Okay, that's how it has been rephrased. Okay. Similarly, drafting an email, rather than drafting an email from this from your mind, you can just give the prompt and then say, please draft an email for tomorrow's meeting cancellation and proposing the new timelines, probably 3 time slots, probably 9 a.m., 10 a.m., and then 12 a.m. 12 p.m. noon. Okay, so give the prompt, it will draft it, and check the draft, see that it has been correct or not based on your time zone and everything, adjust it, and then you can draft the email and send it to your customer or your manager. Okay, so that's where this is the understanding of the creating of the first draft. Okay, so any other question? Okay, so probably there is a next question which talks about that the question which has been given to me is about the programming languages. Okay, so yes, you can actually build up, you can actually look for the solution, simple solutions from maybe Python language, maybe the PowerShell commands. You can get it very easily. Okay, it can also build up a chain of command also, but the main point is that what is the real question? What is the real world scenario which has been given to you, and what is the output you're getting? Okay, how you're refining it. So it could be a case that I've seen the example that a new developer who has joined the company last week, they are trying to give this solution to the customers probably within 2 days. And I, as experienced person, could respond them in 5 days. Okay, so these are the scenarios which I've seen here. So yes, I would say yes to it. That the question was basically that, hey, can we draft the code? Can we write code with the help of the AI? Yes, you can do the stuff from there. but even for writing the code and executing in the public required some experience. Okay, experience means you should have the logical thinking around it. So let's suppose you want to post the PO. So posting of the PO purchase order is okay. You can post it. You can have the code around it. But why do you need to post the code? What is the previous process isn't in there? Okay, all those has to be counted in a way that if you don't exactly know that how what is PO and how it has been created and why we should be paying it or why we should be making this as a posting of the PO, then it will be a difficult task for you. Okay, so make sure that you understand what is the question and based on that you put the prompt around it and then get the answer. Try to do it in the development environment and see if you're getting the answer to it or not, correctly or not. If not, then obviously you have to write the code from the scratch. You can enhance, you can optimize the code with the help of these. Okay, so definitely that is possible. Optimization is possible. Drafting of the first level of the code is also possible around it. Okay. um, then we have the AI journey. So this is the slide which I was talking about. So this one is basically what you need to do. Make sure that you are working with your AI very, very responsibly. Okay, use clear, specific prompts to generate the relevant AI outputs. Verify accuracy. You can cross-check the AI generated content and look for the trusted source. You just not do research on the based on this AI tool and post it. Okay, watch for the basis, gender, racism, okay, social, economical, and adjust content as needed. It has been done. And then edit all AI generated content to ensure the clarity, fairness, and the alignment to your goal, whatever you're asking. And respect the privacy, avoid sharing sensitive or personal data with the AI bots. So don't share your personal information. However, I think I think some of the data is already been exposed to the AI, but make sure that it has been report whenever it is showing your data or any sensitive information has been shown. You can report it. Be transparent. Disclose AI generated content in the professional or public use. So if you are using it, try to be try to make a note around it that it has been AI generated content, whether it is a professional or a public use. Okay. What are the common basis which you need to know, which I was always talking about? AI systems can be gender stereotype if it is trained on the base data. So make sure that it is gender bias. Similarly, racial by make sure that it is exhibits can do the leading to the discriminatory outcome. Okay, so make sure that it is a racial basis has been checked and removed. Okay, social psychoeconomic bias, basically it is it can favor some individuals and it is very, very high social economics background. So make sure that it is not gender biased or not racism or no social or favoring any individual in an higher way. Okay, and confirmation bias can be also be there, like most of the existing patterns can be seen, the data can be leaked or screwed. Okay, and then it may have the reinforcement and probably it will represent only one-sided represents respectives. Okay, so make sure that this all things can be removed and looked around it. Okay, so the next slide is all about the building your small and easy AI habits. So make sure that you follow it in your way. Okay. So what's one AI powered task that you want to do, try to daily? You can summarize the email, probably drafting the content. You can create the AI very, very easily, very, very easy habit to generate. How you can integrate into your own routine. You can like after checking the emails, you can use the AI to summarize the key points. Okay, so let's suppose there is an email having a lot of points. You want to get it somewhere. uh, summarize it according to your routine. Okay, so that can be done with the help of that. Okay, now you can have how will you stay on the track with your AI habits. So make sure that you have the reminders, you have the refining prompts, sharing insights with the public. You can write your own AI habit and have it into the sticky note, probably have a reminder in on your phone, have the accountability buddy, maybe talk about this with your friend, maybe your colleagues, your family, and then try to get this done and actioned around it. Okay. By this note, I finish today's understanding. In case you want to learn more about the next step, you can register to the AKA MSAI Skill Feast. So this one is basically running across 8 April, starting 8 April to May 28th, and please be the part of it and try to get the certifications and try to have the official attempt to Microsoft Guinness World of Records. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this session. In case you want to touch base with me, you have my details. Please have this commented out again, or maybe you can follow me on the LinkedIn page. Thank you very much. Over to Sudhanshu. Okay, so I will wait for a few more minutes and see if I have any comments to see. Okay. If you have anything to address, I can address it now as well. Um, you can comment or you can post it on the chat window. Yeah, I'm still waiting for a few more comments to address. Okay. Um, I will look for more details moving forward. I'm looking forward for interacting with you offline and online too. Thank you very much. You can register yourself for the activity run. You can go to aka.ms AI Skill Fest and see you later. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye.